We should leave.
If we run, we look like prey. If we just stay and act like we fit in, what could happen?
I will kick your...
You missed an entire section here. You know, people fought so that you could have good wages and good benefits. The least that you could do is take some pride in... You know what? Never mind.
You went to Carly. Of all people, and told her that Jake isn't mine, that Jason is his father.
And now you know exactly the kind of vindictive trash you've taken up with.
Where did you hear about this?
Is it true? Did you have a baby with Elizabeth and not tell me?
Yes. Jake is my son.
Your phone.
Phone's for paying customers. You looking to buy something?
Or sell something?
I'll have a dirty martini.
There you go.
Or a beer. I don't suppose there's a glass to go with that?
You can put your lips right there on mine, sweetheart.
Thanks anyway.
You said you liked it dirty.
There's really no need to be unfriendly.
Look, the man offered you his glass.
Maybe she wants her shirt off his back. And I can be real friendly.
Look, I'm sure there are any numbers of ladies in your hood who would be more than receptive to your charming offer.
Wait a minute. Are you two an item?
No. Do you think we could use your phone now?
Well, there's a 2-drink minimum. That means 2 drinks apiece. So what'll it be?
Expect you to come back.
I didn't either.
Glad you did.
It may not be.
Well, you were pretty adamant before about what a bad idea this would be. You changed your mind?
Actually, I have a proposition for you.
You are so busted.
How did you know? You ratted me out.
No, me get dirty rat now, please. Although I wish I had it, because it looks like it would have been some perks in it for me.
Did you have a tracking device embedded in my ass in that last operation?
Why don't you sit on your tracking device?
I am not an invalid.
No, but you are a cardiac patient with a lousy platelet count and skin the color of chalk, so...
What do you know? You empty bedpans for a living.
Climbing like that is funny. I tell you what, if you collapse here on this floor, I'm gonna be the one responsible for picking you up. So, how about you save us both some trouble and some heavy lifting and sit your hind butts down.
God.
I can't believe you actually bribed the janitor into letting you escape.
Never underestimate the power of a good Cuban cigar. How did you find out?
Never underestimate the power of a good weekend in Las Vegas. The maintenance staff had a pool going about who you'd bribe first.
I gotta get out of here.
You will, when it's time.
You can't stop me from having myself released.
Watch me.
Is this what you want to tell me earlier?
Yes, but you wouldn't have told him if I hadn't shown up. You're gonna hold out for as long as possible till, I don't know, well, maybe Carly would get in some sort of fatal accident.
What? Now you have me wishing people dead? Come on.
You knew this wasn't going away. You knew the second you told Carly she'd be all up in my face, and she was. She was at my house, and the second she took a look at Jake, she knew it was true. And then she went off on me, and she accused me of planning the whole thing and tricking Jason into getting me pregnant, just like you knew she would, just like you wanted her to. And so now what?
Okay, damage control.
With Carly's big mouth, good luck.
We did this for Jake. To protect him. To make sure that Jason's enemies would not come after him. That's why I've gone along with this whole lie that he's mine. We'll find a way to manage Carly.
Sam here could care less about protecting Jake. All that matters to her is getting payback.
No, that is not true. That is not how it happened.
Okay, then why don't you tell me how it did happen?
I can't believe you didn't share this with me. At least you didn't lie to me when I asked you again.
We're talking about my son's life, Carly.
Pretty ironic that I sat there and poured my heart out to you about wanting to have a baby, wondering if it were safe.
That's why nobody was supposed to know, because my child isn't safe.
Is that the line of bull that Elizabeth fed you? Maybe she should have thought about that before she let you knock her up.
You know what? It wasn't like that for us, okay? At the time, we both felt that...
Please spare me, your feelings of the night you conceived a child with her. Please. I bet she couldn't wait to run to you and tell you about this.
Actually, I didn't find out until we were stuck in the elevator during the hostage crisis.
She was just gonna lie to everyone? Miserable bitch.
Stop, Carly. Don't... You know what? Don't start bad-mouthing Elizabeth.
Okay. We have finished our 2 drinks. May we use your phone now?
Sure.
Pick up the phone. No, you pick it up. Pick up the phone. No, rock, paper, scissors. Fine.
The phone is dead. Why didn't you tell us the phone was dead?
You didn't ask. Phone's been dead for a week.
How are we gonna get there? Do you want to do a walk to Philadelphia? I want my award. My award. Well, if we don't get there soon and you somehow manage to garner the sympathy vote, you're gonna be pulling that award out of a boring little box days from now sitting around in your bathroom. All right. We need a phone. Excuse me. Sorry. Might I borrow your phone?
That depends. Can I borrow your friend for a dance?
Yes!
I just put the girls to bed.
Well, this won't take long. I promise I won't do anything to wake them or embarrass them.
You said you had a proposition for me?
Different kind of proposition, Rick. You see, I've been thinking about my time here in Port Charles, and I realized I've made a lot of impressions. Most of them unfavorable.
just shook things up a bit.
Well, I have no intention of stopping now. You see, I've made some decisions recently, good ones, actually, for me and my daughter, and I realize I have you to thank for that.
Well, I hope you've given a chance to reconsider this whole thing between the two of us.
Well, that means when I leave, you'll have decisions of your own to make.
What's this?
Paperwork for the transfer of Lorenzo's waterfront property. The piers, the warehouses, the commercial rights. All you have to do is sign your name, and they're yours.
All the patients have been assessed, the 1,800 meds given, and 4 tube feedings hung.
Oh, I'll enter the charts.
And I'll take these files to storage if they're ready.
Yes, they're ready.
All right.
And you have a catheter to place.
In room 1016, it's already been done.
And check Mrs. Holt's ventilator in 1007. Her daughter keeps playing with it.
Is this what it takes for me to get quality work done around here? My son has to die?
Mr. Jackal? Hey, I didn't see you under that hat. Do you mind if I join you? It's my night off before pulling a double shift at the hospital, and I can't decide whether I should just chill out and enjoy the downtime or blow it all out at a club. Although I know there's nothing less fun than a person trying to have fun. You know what I mean? Get your man? Oh.
No. Oh, God, no, it's not what you think.
I think to each his own. Or every pot has a lid, as my aunt really used to say.
I'm actually trying to be quiet about this. So...
Why? There's no shame in love. Whatever form it takes.
No, it's not a dating site. It's an online study for private detecting. I'm gonna be a private investigator.
I know what that little boy means to you, that you wanted to keep his paternity a secret. And I also know it was a terrible thing to tell Carly, but
Let her talk.
she pushed me, and I didn't want to get sucked in, but you know how relentless Carly is.
Please, you were looking for any excuse.
Any excuse for what? For Lucky to hate me? To confirm every lousy thing you and Carly have ever said about me? That's exactly what I didn't want. But she attacked me. She called me every name in the book.
I've earned everyone.
Back up here a second.
See, that's exactly the way Carly made me feel. Like her and her little inner circle were so far above me, and I wanted to make her stop. I wanted to shut her up. So I said it. And I regretted it the second it came out of my mouth, but I can't take it back. I'm sorry.
You can't take back what you've done either.
What do you mean by that?
Elizabeth lied for Lucky to protect him, Carly.
She lied to protect her lily white
No, she
reputation.
did it for Lucky. He quit taking drugs. He was staying clean for a kid he thought was his.
So she was willing to lie to everyone, including the baby's father.
What, you think this was easy for Elizabeth?
Oh, God, poor Elizabeth.
You see?
Poor Elizabeth.
This is exactly why I didn't want you to know.
You know what I see? I see that Elizabeth has found a dozen or more ways to manipulate you into giving up your child. She wanted it all. And as far as I'm concerned, she deserves to lose everything.
Do you crave adventure? Or would you rather be a doer than a watcher? Find missing persons and solve.
Look, the first rule about being a private eye is to keep the fact that you are a private eye private.
And you're doing this why?
My life has become somewhat of a meandering path that has no destination or purpose. I'd like to return to the proverbial fork in the road.
I thought you liked working for Jason.
Yeah, but the grasshopper cannot remain the grasshopper to Stone Cold's master forever. I need to find my own way, you know, for myself, but also for someone who believed in me more than myself. I'd like to think that her faith in me was well-founded.
I should have known this was about a girl.
Not any girl. Wise Georgie, who was heinously taken from this world, and as it turns out, from the Jackal's heart.
Georgie had a thing for you?
Revealed in emails that she did not feel she could send to me.
So sad.
Yeah, and her killer is still at large, cowardly fiend who attacks women, Stone Cold's sister among them. I don't know, I wish to help.
Well, most people would say leave it to the police.
Yeah, but the police don't know everything. And see, as a private investigator, I would not be bound by the same red tape. I can be a rogue. I should probably come up with a gimmick, to attract people to my services. Find a persona that sets me apart from the others, makes me different.
I think you've already got that part covered. And as far as a way to create a positive buzz, I would think the best thing would be to solve a crime.
Well, while I would love nothing more than to bring the text message killer to justice, see, I already have an unofficial case.
Which is?
Epiphany, the silent carrier of loss, came to Stone Cold and asked him to find out who killed your son.
You act like you're doing me a favor because you're doing your jobs. Like you want me to pat you on the head or give you a medal. There are going to be food trays that need to be collected. And I haven't heard you say anything about checking the I's and O's. And either Mrs. Holt's daughter has taken off the ventilator alarm again, or you have a patient in distress.
They know you're in pain, and they want to help. You should let them. But if you ever feel that you need to talk to somebody, I sure as hell hope you understand. I know what it's like to lose a child.
I know you love me. And I know you want to fight for me. But this isn't about me.
How can you say that? You're a father. I remember how you were when Michael was a baby. How wonderful you were with him. How wonderful he turned out because
How wonderful Michael turned out. Come on.
He's going through a rebellious stage right now. You said that yourself. Most kids
Most kids don't have bodyguards 24/7. They don't have to deal with their nanny being strangled in their own home.
That had nothing to do with Sonny's
Even
business.
if that turns out to be true, Michael deals with violence or the threat of violence every day.
I trust you to protect him. I trust you with his life, Jason.
You can't protect him from the life Sonny and I chose. That's what I've been trying to tell you. You can't protect him from what's written in the newspapers, Carly. It was different. When he was little, he couldn't understand. But now even you can see the effect it's having on him.
Michael's not going to turn out like Johnny Zakara, and neither is Jake, and I know that's what you're afraid of.
Michael wants people to pay for what happened to Letitia and Emily.
Don't you? Doesn't everyone?
He doesn't just want justice, he wants revenge.
He's a little boy. He has no idea what he's saying.
Michael wants to be like his father.
He could do a lot worse. And so could your son. I know the loving and compassionate man that
We
you
both
are,
know
Jason.
what I do.
And the same thing is done in the name of the law. I know you. Jason.
I do not want my son to be like me.
Are you taking a page out of Carly's book using Sam as a punching bag? Or is there something you really think I should know? It's work. I gotta go. You come with me, or I think you should leave.
No, I'm not going anywhere. Sam and I have a few things to get straight.
It's fine. It's fine. You go do what you gotta do. We'll be fine here. All right, what now? You wanna have another cat fight like we did at Windermere?
You give me one good reason why I shouldn't tell Lucky the whole truth about you. Carly thinks she practically owns Jason. You knew it would make her crazy to find out that Jake is his son and that we've kept it from her.
Carly will have to get over it.
She's gonna make my life a living hell. And Jason's too, but that's what you wanted, isn't it? And unfortunately, Jake is the one that's gonna pay for all this. So really, you're the one who's gotten away with murder here.
No, really, the truth was gonna come out eventually.
Yeah,
so...
when Jason and I decided, but you took that choice out of our hands. And what do you have to lose for shooting off your big mouth?
Nothing, Elizabeth. I have nothing left to lose.
You have Lucky. But I'm sure you have 1,000,001 tricks to make him feel sorry for you, to forgive you. Unless he were to find out what a cold-blooded bitch you really are, and that you really don't give a damn about Jake.
Come on, that is not true.
Oh, come on, you stood there and watched Jake get kidnapped by a mentally unstable woman and hired 2 men to threaten us with guns in the
You
park.
were never in any danger.
You just wanted to be the hero. You wanted to drive home to Jason that he's a danger to his son and that he shouldn't be around us. Of course, that's when you were still trying to get back with him.
Right, he knows all this. It's all out in the open, so...
Now, I wonder what's gonna happen when Carly goes running to him with all of this.
No, look, this is none of Carly's damn business.
Oh, I doubt she would see it that way. If I told her what you've done to Jason's son. You were the best father that baby could have.
I wish that were true.
It is true. I know it. You know it. Elizabeth knows it. She's being so unbelievably selfish by not
Elizabeth
letting
didn't
you
talk me into this, okay? We all agreed. Even lucky that this is what's best for Jake.
I can see how she could convince Lucky, but you, I don't understand.
You're just mad. I didn't tell you.
No, I'm mad as hell at Elizabeth for convincing you and manipulating you into not telling anyone. That's what I'm mad
And Sonny knew that you would be like this, too.
at. Sonny knows that Jake is your son. So who else knows?
Spinelli and Lulu. Emily even suspected.
You could trust them, but you couldn't trust me.
Look how you're reacting. I didn't want you to come up with some crazy plan and try to find a way to get Jake for me.
That's exactly what I'm going to do.
What? Well, I'd say it's nice to see you, but I have a feeling it ain't.
Tracy called. I thought something happened to you.
Something is going to happen if we don't stop him. I want you to arrest him.
She's crazy.
You smuggled contraband tobacco into this hospital and endangered the lives of non-smokers.
She can't do this.
She can if she produces evidence.
I intend to.
Are you gonna let her go that far, Officer Spencer?
You're joking.
No, actually, it's probably the cleanest thing I've ever done.
We haven't even discussed the price yet.
There is none, Rick. Lorenzo's money has left me enough for 10 lifetimes. I know what goes on down at those piers, and believe me, I don't want any money with blood on it. I don't want that kind of thing following me.
You're just giving me the piers.
Yes. As a parting gift, I'm leaving Port Charles.
I could show you some real moves.
What beer? Yes, well, I bet you could. We're just gonna borrow your friend's phone and be on our way.
Big Dave looked like he ain't just warming up.
Oh.
What you got in there, gold?
High fashion.
Oh, you mean couture?
You know that word?
Had a girlfriend, that's all she could talk about. Fashion, fashion, fashion. Me, I just like seeing her with her clothes on. How about you? You shy around mirrors?
I do my share of primping.
Got a nice mirror myself.
Oh?
Put it right up on the ceiling over my bed.
You girls off to a prom or something?
We're going to an awards ceremony. Litigator of the Year.
Say what?
Litigator. We're lawyers.
Jay, this package came for you.
I'll get to it.
Okay.
It's Stanford's things. His personal effects. The police said they would mail it to me. I could fill thousands of boxes with the memories I have of that boy. I know what to do with his things. I just wish someone would tell me what to do with the memories.
Of course Lucky will arrest you, if that's what it takes to keep you from killing yourself.
Okay, I'll be a good little pathetic patient. Your work is done here, Officer Turncoat.
Give me a minute with him, please.
Oh.
You've cheated death. How many times?
More than you can count. Lucky, I just... The last time I see Death's face, I want it to be in a blaze of glory.
Well, then why not wait until no one can stop you? When the doctors say that you're stronger and say you're ready to be released.
Because, cowboy, more people die in hospital beds than anywhere else. That's a fact.
I don't know what to tell you anymore. Except that there's a lot of people who love you and want to see you around.
I know. I didn't expect you to understand.
Don't give Tracy any more ammunition.
I won't. I will be the drooling, doddering old man who sips his soup through a straw and watches life go by on the TV screen instead of living it.
Lucky?
You win. Again. I just hope I live long enough to see you in this position. And remember, when you were comatose and vegetating, I gave you the dignity of unplugging the machines.
I may have already lost Lucky over this, and if you tell him, yeah, I will.
And if I don't, I'll be letting him live a lie.
Do you know, I hate what I did even more than you do.
I doubt that.
You doubt that? Do you understand? Do you have any idea how twisted up I was about Jason, about that baby?
Are you trying to make me feel sorry
No,
for
I'm
you?
trying to make you understand, even if Jason won't.
Oh, no, he understood. It's one of the reasons why he didn't want the truth to come out. Because even though the two of you weren't together, he didn't want to see you hurt.
Great. Just like you didn't want to see Lucky hurt.
Yes.
Okay. Well, you'd be hurting him if you told him all the terrible things that I've done.
Oh, please. I see where this is going.
I know you probably don't want to hear this. I mean, I wouldn't. But Lucky is actually really happy with me. And I think that how this whole lie got started was to protect him. So he didn't go back to drinking and drugs again. How much do you think he can take before he starts using again?
My God. You'd say anything to get me to keep my mouth shut.
You're just taking a little extended leave until the dust settles, right?
No, I'm leaving. It's time.
What about your family?
Oh, please, Rick. The Quartermains are not my family. A point Tracy continually reminds me of now that Alan is gone. I really don't want either Ray to grow up as an outsider, you know? I know what that's like.
You're gonna get bored.
I'm sure eventually, but you know, right now it's all I really need. It's what I want. at you. Look at you. With all that power, all that temptation. You can either use it against Sonny or your father, or you can use it for you and your daughter.
Do you realize what you're giving me?
Damnation, salvation,
Yeah.
really. It's up to you.
I don't know what to say.
I'd say thank me, but there might come a time when you regret that. Who knows, Rick? Another time, another place, who knows what might have been, huh? But this is now. I may get a chance to see you again, but in case I don't.
What'd I say?
A dirty 6-letter word.
Lawyer. The kids, the house. That was bad enough. My ex wound up with my boat because of her damn lawyer.
You should have had your own attorney.
I did. I was spending 4 months in county because the bastard forgot to file some motion.
Bet he charged you double for that.
And he sued me to get the money.
Well, naturally, there are incompetent lawyers, just as there are incompetent plumbers.
Big D. She's comparing you to a lawyer.
No, I wasn't talking about you or any plumber in particular.
You know, that's an insult to any man working a hard day's work for a hard day's pay.
What do you have when a lawyer is buried up to her neck in sand?
Not enough sand. Why is a lawyer like a bait shop?
Because of all the leeches, night crawlers, and maggots.
Next one takes out an eye. Or something else you might consider more useful. I've killed a man before. I'll do it again. Now, my friend and I... Behind me. My friend and I are just gonna back out of this bar real slow. And no one's gonna do anything. Get the door.
I saved us.
You were very convincing. I actually believed you when you said that you really killed someone. That was the truth. I have killed someone.
I got your message. And if I've not said so, I am greatly sorry for the loss of your son.
I still don't get it. I thought that you two did not like each other much.
We were cyber rivals.
Well, what about in the real damn world?
A begrudging respect. But the cyber world and this one have lost a good person. Is he to be buried here?
Stanford wanted to be cremated. He thought that humans took up too much space while they were alive, and he didn't want to waste space when he was dead. I'll scatter his ashes when they send them to me. In the meantime, here. For you and Jason, I want you two to be the first ones to take a look at his personal effects.
For clues. But, what about the police?
Stanford would never forgive me for handing him over to the establishment like that. I want you and Jason to do right by my boy.
We will do more than that. I give you my solemn vow. We shall find out who ended his life.
I guess I really shouldn't be surprised that you tried to turn this around and lay a guilt trip on me after everything you've done.
No, I'm trying to keep Lucky from being hurt.
Oh, well, then maybe I would be doing him a favor by telling him the truth. Letting him see what kind of woman he's gotten himself involved with.
Isn't it enough that I'm gonna pay?
Oh, but you haven't.
Oh, I haven't. I pay every single time I see that little boy. I pay every time I see Jason. I have to live with what I've done for the rest of my life. And even if you never tell anybody, people take their cue from you and Jason and Sonny, and I will be treated like the garbage of this town. Isn't that enough?
I don't know.
What are you gonna do?
I'm going to go home and love my children. And maybe I won't have to do anything to you at all. Maybe I'll just let Carly do it for me.
I want you to leave this alone, Carly. Jake is where he belongs.
He belongs with you. I can't see the pain in your eyes. You can't lie to me anymore, Jason.
I was protecting my son. Do you want me to apologize?
No, I don't. It hurts. But I know why you did it.
This was my choice. It was not Elizabeth. Do not blame her.
I'm gonna straighten it out.
No, you're not.
Don't
Carly.
worry, okay?
Carly!